heck is going on with this thing? Anyways, I'll mess with it later on, family. Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High God of Israel, our King, our Savior, our Redeemer. This is part 2, forgetting God. It's always gonna be. That's always the problem with Israel, and it has been your problem for the longest, family. All right, and I want to send condolences out to the family in Lufkin. In Fort Worth. To the sister's family, my condolences to you, royal family. Family, we got to put this nonsense aside. The truth is the truth. You can't go to war without your God, family. More than 400 plus odd years, my family been calling on this deity called Jesus, and hadn't yet seen anything of this idea. And then they so-called come into the knowledge of themselves, and they take this deity called Jesus and they paint him black, and they changed his name, changed his beings according to their ideas, when the Most High God says all of their ideas are wrong. You can't go to war without your God, Israel. Forgetting God, no war, no power. Ain't no power in Yahweh Shai. Ain't no power in Jesus. Fact. Forgetting God is going to cost you, family. It's going to cost you a great deal. So we ain't going to pussyfoot around with it. We're going to get right into it. Forgetting God, no war, no power, part 2. 1 Kings 11, verse 4. And we know, again, that they slandered our leaders of Israel. They had to make them seem weak, pathetic, confused, forgetful. Okay? But we're just going to read it, and then I'm going to clarify what's going on. The book of 1 Kings, chapter 11, verse 4. As Solomon grew old, his wives turned his heart after other gods, and his heart was not fully devoted to the Lord his God, as the heart of David his father had been. Verse 5. He followed Ashtoreth, and the goddess of the Sidonians, and Molech, the detestable god of the Amorites. Verse 6. So Solomon did evil in the sight of the Lord. He did not follow the Lord completely as David his father had done. All right. Now, we know that they had to slander Solomon, but we know that that's a lie in itself, because King Solomon, he had power with God. You just don't know God and do some old silly shit after you know God, when you learn and he fully exposed himself to you. You just don't do that. You just can't do that. Your conscience ain't going to let you do that. It's going to bother you. It's going to really get at you. It's going to fuck with you. Because you know everything that everybody else don't know. You're thinking about God the whole time you're doing something. Doesn't matter what it is. So no, that is just something to put blemish on Solomon, as if he was weak. He never turned from his God. King Solomon had a ring that commanded demons. He made demons build temples and stuff to our God. So, apparently y'all have forgotten about that. Nehemiah 9 and 16. But they, our forefathers, became arrogant and stiff-necked and did not obey your commandments. So our forefathers became arrogant and stiff-necked. This is the reason why we're here. This is the whole reason why you're right here, right now, today, in the land of your captivity, of the hands of your enemies today. Because our forefathers, they became stiff-necked. All right. Deuteronomy 9, 12, and verse 12. Then the Lord told me, go down from here. This is the Most High talking to Moses. Go down from here at once, because my people, whom I brought out of the land of Egypt, have become corrupt. They have become corrupt. they have made a cast idol for themselves. Now, this is a big problem with you, family, and these cast idols. Because throughout the whole time Moses was dealing with you, when he was dealing with God and he come back down to deal with your asses, you scary ass Negroes and said, oh, no, cover him up. Aaron, go talk to Moses. We can't look on him. We the Most High gonna kill him. He gonna kill you. He gonna show you. He gonna show you hard-headed asses with that Yahweh and that Jesus. He gonna show you. Y'all hard-headed. Verse 13. And the Lord said unto me, I have seen these people, and they are stiff-necked people indeed. So the Most High already know what he made when he made you. He already know what happened when the infiltration was set in you in the Garden of Eden. He already know. He already know. And this is what Moses don't know. This is what Moses just now getting a glimpse of. To really see why his people have been in captivity. So he really just now getting a good glimpse of it. Most High telling you that you're a stiff-necked people indeed. Hard-headed. 2 Kings 17, verse 14 through 17. But they would not listen and were as stiff-necked as their fathers, who did not trust in the Lord their God. That's the problem today. You don't have any trust in your God. This is why people are being shot down. Y'all are you calling on a deity that cannot save you. You're not reading the book. You're not sitting down taking time to spend time with your God. Y'all out there listening to Pastor Pepperoni and he giving you a song and dance. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Me and the missus had a good time. Praise the Lord. He ain't bringing no truth to you. Oh, he spoke good in the spirit today, girl. What did he say? What did he teach you? Nothing. How to be a buffoon? How to be a coon? There's a lot of coons. Verse 15, this is the problem. They rejected his decrees and commandment and had made with their fathers and the wronging he had given them. So they wrong, period. Y'all doing exactly what your forefathers doing. Wrong again. All right. They followed worthless idols and themselves became worthless. The Most High says He's gonna throw the unprofitable servant into darkness. Well, all right. Let me read that again because apparently they missed it. They followed worthless idols and themselves became worthless. So he's telling you you're useless. Y'all following on that Yahweh shit. Everybody want to come together, but you can't come together under that Yahweh shit. Because too many people want to be little captains and rulers and deacons. I gotta say this over you. Blah, blah, blah. No. There's only one ruler. There's only one captain. There's only one chief. There's only one king. That's the Most High God of Israel. Period. Let me tell you what the Most High said you are doing. He said, the second half of that, it says, they imitated the nations around them. Although the Lord had ordered them, do not as they do. So the Most High ordered you not to do as they do, and you're still imitating the nations around you. Christ crucified. Yahweh crucified. You're imitating the nations around you. And they did the things that the Lord had forbidden them to do. So the very things that the Most High forbidden you to do is what you're doing today. That's just fact. Verse 16. They forsook all the commandments of the Lord their God and made for themselves idols cast in the shape of calves. So in the ancient days, our people they made idols for themselves. You have your Yahweh idol today. Another idol for yourself, your Jesus today. So, he's telling you straight out, but, y'all ain't reading the book and I'm loony, right? Okay. And an Ashtaroth pole. So, I don't know, I guess they had a stripper pole going on. I mean, I really ain't really dug into it, but it's just steadily talking about the idol. I guess, well, anyways. They bowed down to all the stars of heaven, all the starry host, and they worshiped Baal. So y'all bow down to the stars of heaven, the sun god, Jesus, Yahweh, Baal, dumbasses. Verse 17. They sacrificed their sons and daughters in the fire. They proceed divination and sorcery, and sold themselves to do evil in the eyes of the Lord, provoking him to anger. So our people were dealing with sorcerers. They was dealing with these necromancers and doing all this old nasty, old crazy ass shit, sacrificing your children to Baal, and they burning bushes. What you're doing today by teaching them that lie and getting prepared to go through hellfire that the Most High is going to bring on this place. So, good luck with that. Jeremiah 7, verse 14. Therefore, what I did to Shiloh, I will now do to the house that bears my name. So what house is he talking about? What he did to hell, he gonna do to what? He gonna do to the house that bears his name. He gonna put your asses in hell. That's what he did. That's what he did. He put your asses in hell. In hell within hell. How about that? And that's what he did. The temple you trust in, the place I gave to your fathers. So our land over it now is also in hell. It's laying in ruins. Verse 22. For when I brought your fathers out of Egypt and spoke to them, I did not just give them commandments about burnt offerings and sacrifices. He said he didn't just give them commandments about burnt offerings and sacrifice. He said, just because you think you can be a homosexual and still do burnt offerings and sacrifice, it ain't going to cut it. You can still be a whoremonger, a thief, an idolater, a pedophile, into porn and all that. That ain't going to cut it. He said, I didn't just give you burnt offerings and sacrifices. Verse 23. But I gave them this commandments. Obey me and I will be your God and you will be my people. Walk in all my ways. I command you that it may go well with you. So the Most High is telling you that he is your God. He didn't say no gods. He didn't say we gonna be your gods. He said I will be your God. So you're dealing with what the Most High God is saying, and he's telling you, but our people don't want to hear that today because they want that Yahweh Shah bless nonsense. All right? All right? So we're going to find out exactly what he'll do to you about that. And, I'm just going to remind you about it. Verse 24. But he did not listen nor pay attention. But you didn't listen nor pay attention, Israel. Instead, they followed the stubbornness and the indignations of their evil hearts. So you follow the stubborn imaginations of your own evil heart. And that's what you're doing today. That's why you hear brothers out there like all these campers, IUIC, one of the worst about it. One body in Yahweh Shai, all of them nonsense, brother. Y'all twisting scriptures left and right. That ain't what God said. He never said that there was Jesus in the burning bush. He never said that dawn means dark. He never said any of that. He never said that you have a book that says Issachar was there. He never said that. Never said that at all. So he's telling you that you're going after your own evil of your own hearts. But they don't want to hear that. They went backward and not forward. So you're going backwards today instead of going forward. Forward is what? God. The Most High God. The Most High God. The Most High God. That's forward. But it is what it is. Verse 25. From that time your forefathers left Egypt until now. Day after day, again and again, I sent you my servants, the prophets. So all the prophets came and said exactly the same thing. Now he's sending you watchmen that's telling you exactly the same thing that the prophets sent them to say. So when he sent the decree for the 12 to go to Israel, the lost sheep of Israel, when Melchizedek gave the order to do the things that's been going on and stuff with that, you're just watchmen. You're just telling people about the truth, what it really is, and you brothers are in error. All you churches, all you campers, y'all are in error, in error, in error, in error. Okay. They are stiff-necked and did more evil than their forefathers. So today you're doing more evil than our forefathers did back then. Because you have more elaborate ways of doing things, more of the tech and stuff that was around then. Everybody didn't have it. Okay, so it was, not quite as abundant wickedness as is being done today. Verse 27. When you tell them all this, they will not listen to you. When you call to them, they will not answer. And this is the problem. Since I've been knowing these brothers, they won't listen to me. So I did exactly what the Most High said. So shake your feet, knock the dust off your feet and go on. So it is what it is. I walk with my God. And my God walks with me. I know his presence. That's why I said we know what we worship. Verse 28. Therefore say to them, this is the nation that has not obeyed the Lord. it's God or responded to correction. So he's talking about you. You are a nation that has not respected your God. You have not responded to his correction. You going off again doing some other old bullshit with that Yahweh shall bless shit. All right. Truth has perished. It is vain. It has vanished from their lips. None of you out there on the streets or none of you in them churches have any truth on your lips. It's just gone. Y'all standing in there speaking lies to the people. Or you're standing on the corner condemning somebody and you yourself is in disorder. So, it is what it is. Truth has vanished from their lips. Verse 29. Cut off your hearts and throw it away. Take up lament. Take up a lament on your barren heights, for the Lord has rejected and abounded his generation that is under his wrath. So he has rejected you because you are the generation that's under his wrath. Our forefathers, our ancestors, was the beginning of it, at the first stages of it. We are the generation under his wrath. So you get to get your ass spanked by the Most High God for the shit that you still refusing to do, that your ancestors refused to do, and that you yet still refuse to do. Verse 30. The people of Judah, wait a minute, IUIC, the people of Judah, this is the same tribe that it said was the same kingdom that it said was taken into slavery. It didn't say nothing about all 12 tribes was brought here on them slave ships. It said the kingdom of Judah. And even in Timbuktu, it said primarily the kingdom of Judah. So yes, there was a few other ones from the other 12 tribes that's been scattered amongst us, and we don't know what tribe any of us is from, other than we know that we are of the kingdom of Judah. So for you brothers to come on over to so rhetoric nonsense, you little demons in your purple, and the book tells you that you're going to be wearing purple, you little menace. But y'all going to have to deal with it. Y'all chose that path. Good luck with that. All right. The people of Judah have done evil in my eyes, declares the Lord. So the Most High telling you you've done evil in his eyes. Then he's telling you now you're still doing evil in his eyes. They have set up their detestable idols in the house that bears my name, and have defiled it. So the house that's supposed to bear the Most High name, you put that Yahushua, your Christ in there. That's detestable. You did that. Okay. Your churches, you did that. That's detestable. Verse 31. They have built in high places and a Tophaz in the valley of Ben-Hammon to burn their sons and daughters in the fires. Something I did not command, nor did it ever enter my mind. So the Most High God is telling you that he never commanded for you to burn your children, nor to sacrifice them to him, and it had never entered his mind. So if he says that it's never entered his mind, what the hell is Christ crucified doing for you? Nothing, because the Most High God didn't send that bullshit. He didn't say he was sending nobody to die on no cross for you. He didn't say I was sending a savior. He telling you right there. But y'all don't read the book. But, that's child sacrifice he's speaking about our people was doing. And he said it ain't never entered his mind. But then all of a sudden he going to commit child sacrifice in the New Testament. Really? Y'all got to be a real bunch of jackasses to really believe that bullshit. Come on now. That's all another lie to keep you away from your God. He tells you, that in the to burn their sons and daughters in the fire, something I did not command, nor did it enter my mind. And that's verse 31 of Jeremiah. So, you can go check it out if you want to. You can read the rest of it down in there. It's nice. It really clears up a lot of things when you read the book. Hosea 1 and 2. When the Lord began to speak through Hosea, now wait a minute, Hosea wasn't speaking his own words either. Something that the prophet said he wasn't speaking his own words either. But y'all take that being in the book that's speaking his own word. Okay? The Lord had said to him, go, take yourself an adulterous wife and children from an unfilthiness, because the land is guilty of the vile adultery and departion from the Lord. So he's telling you even now that the land is full of adulterous wives and unfaithfulness of the children. And the land is guilty of vile adultery. There's a lot of people humping and jumping all over the place. AIDS is rampant. I just read a story a little while ago about this so-called Edomite had been running around sleeping with sisters because he had AIDS and he was spreading it amongst them. So ain't no telling where it is now, if that is true, but I wouldn't put it past them. You know, I've even heard of sisters that have it and run around doing shit like that. The Most High said that you have become vile because you have departed from the Lord. It's the same thing that's going on today. Jeremiah 4 verse 10. Then said I, Lord God, surely thou hast greatly deceived this people and Jerusalem, saying, you will have peace when the sword is at your throats. Now, you see what the Most High, what he said there in Jeremiah? Jeremiah told you something that the Most High God told you. He said it back to God, that he knew that, that's why these people were deceived, because they're not studying to show themselves approved. He told them that surely thou hast greatly deceived his people, deceived this people. And Jerusalem, saying, you will have peace, and the sword will be at your throats. Ain't that exactly what happened to the ancient days? A lot of them run around today, peace, peace, forgive. I want to have a hug fest. I want to go on a coon movement. Whatever. Verse 11. At that time, these people in Jerusalem will be told, a scorching wind from the barren heights and the desert blows toward my people, but not to fan nor to cleanse. A wind too strong, for that comes from me. And now I pronounce my judgments against them. So the Most High is telling you your judgment. This is what's coming for you, Israel. All of you that want to stick to that Yahweh Shah bless, that nonsense, forgetting God, and you want to go into war with somebody, you don't rejected your God? Really? All right, we got to stand up. I know it's been too long to stand up. But you standing up with what? Jesus? A bunch of Christian pastors that's going to have you on Jesus? Really? Y'all simple. And he going to hurt you about that bullshit. Better be talking about the Most High God of Israel, or you can shut your asses down. That's real talk. Verse 13. Look, he advances like the clouds. His chariots come like a whirlwind. His horses are swifter than eagles. Woe to us. We are ruined. So the Most High is telling you how he's coming. And y'all out there teaching our people and teaching these people that Jesus is coming. And the Most High said that he's coming in the clouds. His power is coming in the clouds, and it's not coming here to play. He said a stronger wind, that's coming from him. But y'all seem to miss it. But you are ruined. Hosea 5 verse 4. Their deeds do not permit them to return to their God. Your deeds do not permit you to return to your God, because these brothers, even though they know the truth and they still run around speaking a lie, their deeds want their little money, their little heart, their little fame, their little glory, their little my pastor. Oh, my preacher's good. Won't let them return to their God. So you've chosen your path. All right? You've chosen your path. A spirit of prostitution is in their hearts. They do not acknowledge the Lord. So y'all got the spirit of prostitution in your hearts, and you don't acknowledge your God. And he tells you that you've been a whore. Tells you that. Hosea 4, verse 1, 2, 3. Hear the word of the Lord, O Israelites, you Israelites, because the Lord has a charge to bring against you, who live in the land. There is no faithfulness, no love, no acknowledgement of God in the land. And he's telling you straight out, this is exactly what it is today. That's why all y'all got the Yahweh Shah shit going on. And in that Jesus shit, he gonna smash y'all asses to dust about that shit. I'm just giving you warning, family. Verse 2. There is only cursing, lying, murder, stealing, adultery. They break all boundaries. And bloodshed flows. Bloodshed. So he's telling you that there ain't nothing in the land but cursing. They cursing and stealing and all kinds of stuff. Cursing is the language that you speak. Doesn't mean that if I tell you jackass, you ain't fucking listening. That ain't what it's talking about. The whole language is a curse. It's talking about when you deliberately cursing somebody with ignorant knowledge. That's the cursing that's going on when people talking about, here, I'm Christ, come work with me. I'm Christ like I'm Christian. That's a curse. Those are the curses. All right? And bloodshed follows bloodshed. Now look at what's happening. The bloodshed is steadily running. Curse. It's a curse. All these brothers and sisters get shot down and y'all still like, oh, we got to come together and do this. You can't come together if you ain't under God's banner. You ain't going to come together under Jesus. You ain't going to come together under no Yahushua. It ain't going to work. One nation, one God. Verse 3. Because of this, the land mourns, and all who live in it waste away. The beasts of the field and the birds of the air and the fish of the sea are dying. These are exact things that are going on today on this earth. Birds falling out of the sky several occasions in Beebe, Arkansas, and all up across through there, thousands of them. Millions of fish washing up out on the sea, on the shores and stuff, whales and dolphins. Thousands of them. Do you not see the signs? Can you not hear, O Israel? The first of all the commandments is hear, O Israel. That's the first commandment before the commandments come, you are commanded to listen. Deuteronomy 8, 19 and 20. For if ye ever forget the Lord your God and follow other gods and worship and bow down to them, I testify against you today that you will surely be destroyed. The Most High God is telling you he will destroy you. That's what he told me to do, to warn you about it. So you're getting that warning. But that's what it is, family. Verse 20. Like the nations the Lord destroyed before you, so you will be destroyed for not obeying the Lord your God. Somehow they keep getting it right. They keep speaking in a singular motion and not speaking your gods. Their gods. It ain't none of that. Your. Deuteronomy 6 and 14. Ye shall not go after other gods, the gods of the people which are around about you. So our people right now today are going after other gods of the people that are around about them. These heathen nations. These heathen nations. The women, all that nonsense. You really gotta give it up though, man. For a long time, they really had our people believing that, King Solomon went whoring and all this here, blah blah blah. These brothers here was anointed by God. These are anointed men. They just don't do things like that. These brothers are not natural people. You don't carry and do the things and deal with your God and you still be a natural person. Why do you think they came and got Moses' body? Why do you think they came and got all of them? I mean, I'm pretty sure the way their bodies are animated, the way the Most High handles things, he probably made sure that those bodies were never being able to be found for you to have worship. And he knew that's why the devil wanted Moses' body. That's why when they didn't have that, they went to their contingency plan. Christ crucified. Yahushua crucified. That's what it is. But you are chasing the gods of the people around you. And he's telling you not to do that. Verse 15. For the Lord thy God is a jealous God among you. Lest the anger of the Lord thy God be kindled against thee and destroy thee from off the face of the earth. So the Most High God is telling you that if you don't stop doing this, my anger, it doesn't really mean that he's jealous of you about following this other bullshit. No, he's not. He's angry about that. He'll get pissed off about that. He'll kick your fucking ass about that stupid shit. That's what he's telling you. And that's what he's going to do to all you Christ crucifiers, all you Yahushua crucifiers, or whatever little deity you want to put before your God and call it your God. Then that's what you're going to get. He said he's going to destroy you from the face of this earth. I'm just a watchman. That's it. Just giving you warning. Psalms 9 verse 17. The wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forgot God. So how you going to go into war when you don't even know your God? Our ancestors never went into war without going and confiding in their God. When they got the message from God to do something, they did it. They didn't just get up and, we going to do this here. We don't need God. We in it. We got Yahushua. We got Jesus. Yeah, right. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. The book of Job, chapter 8, verse 11. Can papyrus grow tall where they are, where there is no marsh? Can reeds thrive without water? What is the Most High saying? He's telling you, can you grow where there is no marsh? Is that how powerful you think you're going to do? You're going to thrive where there is no water? How are you thriving? You ain't thriving here. You're on the bottom of society, family. Those of you that think you done made it out, no, they just letting you have it because you cooned out enough. You don't got your coon treat. That's it. Can you thrive? These are all questions. Verse 12. While still growing and uncut, they wither more quickly than grass. You wither more quickly than grass, ain't it? How many of our people been shot down in these streets just this year alone? How many? How many of our sisters have went and committed child murder in their abortion clinics in their neighborhoods and stuff because she just want to be a hopping thought, but don't want the responsibilities of it when she should be a princess and having a righteous man at home and having those babies and raising them in the truth and teaching them about their God because they don't know God. That's why this stuff is happening. That's why he's telling you all this stuff. The wicked shall be turned into hell and all the nations that forgot God. He's telling you that straight up and down. Verse 13. Such is the destiny of all who forget God. So perish and hope of the goodliness of the godless. So the perish is what's going to happen with the godliness. You are going to perish. That's what he's telling you. Because you have given him up for an imitation deity. Deuteronomy 11 verse 26. And the Most High God is going to tell you right here, right now, that it's him that you need and nobody else. Deuteronomy chapter 11 verse 25. No man will be able to stand before you, for the Lord your God shall lay the fear of you and the dread of you upon all the land, and they shall tread up as the land they shall tread upon, as he had said unto you. So y'all don't want that. Like I told you, I've been telling you, in the ancient days when they heard we was coming through, they got the hell out of the way. They cleaned up that damn place. They cleaned it up. But y'all want to give your God up for this bullshit Jesus, this bullshit Yahushua. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. You gonna find out in the heart. Y'all got to find out the hard way. Told you, y'all stiff neck. Y'all some of the hard-headed people is right there in the book. Y'all some of the hard-headed fucking people on this earth. And these goddamn demons. I watched that damn Geiger trial. And the sister True Royale, she pointed out something and I went back and found and watched it. I'm tell you right now, family. They were laughing in that courtroom at the brother and that judge and the coonering that they were doing. Her lawyers was laughing their ass off at all of the coonery that was going on in that courtroom. And then there was a sister I saw, her brother, her son was they had just come out of church and he was walking with unwrapping some gum, and he dropped the wrapper as he was walking, and he had turned around to look for the wrapper, and by that time some old Edomite lady popped up and was screaming at him and stuff, and you niggers this and da-da-da, pick it up, get on your knees and find all this type of nonsense. These goddamn animals is getting bold. Y'all better wake up, family. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Wait, before I read that now, you can't be having pleasure in this world in these days with all the every time you turn around, one of our people are getting shot down. That's sister at home. Her sister at home and looked out her window because she heard somebody creeping around in her backyard and got shot. Because of and I want to address that. The brother that was across the street that so-called knew his neighbors. You scary ass, man, I ain't gonna start with your scary ass. That blood is on your hand, partner. That's real talk. That's supposed to be your neighbor. You knew the woman was elderly and sick. Then you should have went over there, been the first one over there talking through that door in there to that woman. You should have been the first one over there to check on her. But you didn't. You called them Satans over there. You got to answer for that. That was a test on you by the Most High God to see if you're willing to check on your people. Start putting a new ripple in your community. And when I talk about ripple, let's talk about an energy wave of concern, welfare, well-being of your people that is held duty and responsibility to every Israelite man on the face of this earth. We are the people that are being attacked and assaulted. We are the people of God. And you don't want to be that. You want to be the people of Jesus. You want to be the people of Yahushua. Be that. As for me and mine, we're going to be in the house of the Lord God of Israel. Blessed be. We're going to be in his house. Verse 13, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God. That's my fear. That's the only being I fear, God. And y'all fearing these crackers. Y'all fearing all this other shit out there that he done made and that he's sending against your asses. Y'all fearing the wrong goddamn thing. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. That's what your fear should be about. That's what your fear should be. That's where your love belongs. Shalom.